Obviously not the outcome that we wanted. But it's hard to win a game when you have 3 turnovers and don't get any. There's some things we did well, but not good enough. Give Detroit credit for the win.
A lot of injuries you suffered there on what now is going to be a really short week. Mm-hmm. How hard was that to get through this game and continually losing guys like that?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens in each game. I'll get with the trainers after this and talk about it, come up with a plan on a short week, and it's what it is. There's no excuses. I don't know, Jordan. Yeah. No, he looked like he was in a lot of pain. He did. I don't know what the answer. I don't know what it is. I'll find out after I'm done with this.
Report already out there that Dory sprained his MCL. Is that accurate?
I don't know. I haven't talked to any of these guys yet. So.
Any regrets about putting him back there?
No, I mean it's football. Obviously, it was unfortunate, but we'll see where we're at here tomorrow and later tonight.
What specifically did you see them do with Saquon? It just didn't seem to have any.
Yeah, no, they just did. They did a good job up front. They won up front, made tackles in space. Bottled up the run game pretty good. That's obviously a big part of what we do. There's just too many. Look, we had some plays. We executed, in the red zone some. Third down probably wasn't good enough, 5 of 13. Daniel threw for a lot of yards, but that doesn't really matter relative to, we had 2 interceptions there. I think, 17 points off of turnovers. If you have 3 turnovers and the other team has 0, you're probably going to lose every game.
Coach, what you learn about the win out here, and how does it affect the way you call the offense?
Yeah, it was a little windy, but there's no excuses. We didn't do a good enough job. That starts with me. So we got a short week. We got to get ready to go to Dallas.
What happened on the first interception that Daniel threw to Hutchinson?
One to Hutchinson. He didn't see him. He dropped. They had a zone pressure. He dropped right into it. He saw Slayton coming across. Didn't see Aiden, and he made a good play on it. Next one was overthrow, that they made the play, and then we turned the ball over there as we were trying to come back on a fumble there. So, put them in good situations for them. 17 points, it's hard to overcome.
Why did you take Shane from you out?
We wanted to play Azudu at half.
How did Shane play in the first half?
I'd just say we'd want to play Azudu. I think Shane will work hard, but, we talked about it. We made the switch there.
Why start Shane in the first place?
Why start Shane? Because we thought that was the best thing to do relative to practice where we were, and got Azudu some reps here in the second half. Everybody good?
You guys have not been in a position where you've had to throw the ball so much with a deficit. We wondered, what is it going to look like? What did you think it looked like?
Well, I'd say nothing looked good enough today. When you lose, it doesn't matter about yards, stats, any of that stuff. The only thing that matters is executing the way we need to execute. And just wasn't good enough today. Again, it's hard to overcome 3 turnovers, have a 3-0 differential. I know it's boring, but that's the truth. It's a lot of things we could do better. It starts with me, and that's what we'll do.
Other than the turnovers, Brian, what disturbed you most about this game? There were a couple penalties that kind of set you guys back, or was
yeah, nothing was good enough, Mark. I'd say nothing was up to standard.
You guys, throughout the season, even in the games you lost, emotions never really entered the following week. You had Monday to move past it and then move in, but with it being a short week, do you want to put more of a focus on this team and the emotions of this team to make sure that you guys bounce back this week on a short week?
Yeah, we're going to come in tomorrow and get ready for Dallas. That's all we can do. We got to put this one in the rear view pretty quickly. I've been part of Thanksgiving games, or obviously Thursday games for a while here. That's what you got to do. Put it to bed and get ready to play Dallas.
Can all the injuries that you guys have at all take an emotional toll on the guys that are out there? They all know next man up, but it's got to hurt to see so many guys go down.
Yeah, no, look, you never want to see anybody go down, but that's the nature of the NFL. There's injuries every game. You feel bad for the guys that do go out, but you got to get ready to play.
know has been very effective in his career and efficient. Any explanation as to what happened on his two PATs?
Well, the one got blocked, I think. The first one got blocked, and then there was pressure on the second one too. So got to look, every area we got to do a better job of.
How did you see Saquon handle a day that, didn't go like they normally do for him?
I couldn't hear you.
How did you see Saquon handle a day that didn't go as well as they normally do for him?
Like a pro, yeah.
How did you see Kenny respond this past week to get 2 catches today?
Yeah, no, he did a good job in practice. We were going to play him, and he made the plays that came his way. So we'll try to build off that.
Brian, you mentioned earlier about Adoree getting hurt and the punt return.
Yeah.
This is obviously something you guys and the whole coaching staff decided at some point, the risk reward of everything.
Yeah.
You were asked about regretting it, you said no, but there is a large risk of a guy who's such an important player in that position. I mean, is it something that was difficult for you to come to this decision?
No, I'd say there's a risk playing every player, regardless of what the position is. I told you before, I mean, I've been part of a lot of teams where starting receivers, starting DBs played. Look, you just try to do what's best for the team, and hopefully he'll be back as soon as he can.
How much do you I know there's ebbs and flows of an NFL season,
Yeah, a lot of them usually.
I'm sure you're part of every team you've been. You've kind of, for lack of better words, laid a dud and played a poor game.
Yeah.
How much do you, as a coach, view it that way? Then say, okay, wait, this is kind of, this is just our bad game. Let's just throw it away and go to the side. Or
well, I think it's a little different too. You got a game in a few days, so you got to move on really quickly. Jordan, other than that, we would do the same thing after a win. We would come in, we would correct it, we'd move on, and we would do the things we try to do each week to try to win a game.
Is this the first time you've seen this team play like this, the way that you guys played today? How curious are you to see how these guys respond?
Yeah, no, they'll respond. I mean, look, there was some good things, there were some bad things, just like there is every game. Again, we're in an outcome, results-oriented business. We all understand that, but the things that we do during the week, the work we put in, how we study, that's what's going to, that's what's important to me. Obviously, we want to win every game, but I think you stay consistent. I've talked about this plenty of times. It's easy to, oh no, what's going on? Like, we're going to be consistent. We're going to go through our preparation, and then we're going to go out and try to play the best we can play on Thursday.
take a couple more.
You guys obviously have been consistent in your preparation,
Yeah.
but now you've got to challenge the idea of condensing your preparation in a certain amount of time. I know you've put together a plan and how you're going to do it. Do you tweak anything off of today? Want to focus on something that maybe wasn't necessarily part of your condensed game plan this week, or do you stay consistent to what you guys have already set up?
Well, we have our routine that we're going to do. We're going to do a bunch of walkthroughs, and again, you're going to, go home, look at the tape tonight as a coach, and then you're going to get ready to go to play Dallas. That's all you can do.
What is it about Jamal Williams on the other side there that makes him such a force, near the end zone?
Yeah, no, I think they did it. Look, they did a good job. They have 160 yards rushing. Efficient in the pass game, 325 yards, 6 of 13 on third down, 4 or 5 in the red zone. I'd say overall, they just execute it really well.
I guess the first question is, did Hutchinson just drop back? You didn't see him?
Yeah, I didn't see him there, and got to see it. Bad decision there, but good play by him, and can't afford to do that.
Daniel, most times you don't want to play 3 days later of a football game, but in this case you are. So is this a situation where after this loss you're pretty anxious to get back at it? You don't mind playing in 4 days?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're all already anxious to get this taste out of our mouths and come back and play a much better football game.
Was this a game where the things you had done well all season, it was like you weren't able to do any of them well? Not you personally, but the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think credit to Detroit. They had a good plan and stopped us in some areas that we've had success. So, I think credit to them, but we got to look at ourselves and see where we can execute better.
Sorry, already been asked this. That first interception, could you kind of take us through that and what you saw?
Yeah, just got to see him dropping out and can't afford to make that decision. But good play by him and can't afford to do that.
How The injury situation that you guys had today, just kind of people dropping consecutively, how hard is that for you as a quarterback, and then losing Wandale?
Yeah, I mean, tough to see him go down. I thought he played really well today and made some really big plays for us throughout the game. And to see him go down like that is tough, and feel for him. Yeah, we've had guys step up and play well throughout the year, so it won't be any different here. But yeah, we all got his back and supporting him for sure.
It seems after most games we've seen you guys in the locker room, you've been celebrating. What was the feeling like today?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly weren't celebrating. It was, I think we're all pretty disappointed with our effort today and how we played, and not up to our standard, not up to, what we're capable of doing. So I think that's the disappointing part of it, and we've got to, evaluate that, study it, and make sure we can't let those things happen again. So another opportunity here in a few days to correct those things.
How much of it all do you think this team's confidence is shaken from having a game like today?
0. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the NFL. Every team's a great team. They came out here, they played great. We're not going to panic. We're not going to worry. We're not going to waver at all. That's for you guys to go out there and say what you want to say about us. At the end of the day, the only focus we have is the man and the woman in the locker room and in the facility.
Saquon, you really haven't had, as a team, a game like this year. As it was going on, I'm sure it was frustrating. Was there points where you just felt like this isn't us today, or
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of drives where we were driving and had penalties, and there's little things. That's what it all comes down to. And that's just the theme of today. But that's in every win and every loss. You could say that every week. And whatever team executes better and whatever team do a little thing better is most likely going to come out to win. We got to move on.
How much does this offense change when you can't run the ball consistently?
I don't know. I don't think it really changes. I think that's for any team in the league. If you're not running the ball well, you're going to pass the ball. I guess that's just the answer there. If the run game not going, you kind of tied with one hand behind your back, and you got to pass the ball. So that's why it's important for myself to get this run game back on track, and the best way to do that is moving on and get ready for Thursday.
You very often will be chipping away, and maybe get 2 and 3 yard gains when you'll pop one. Were you kind of waiting for that to happen all day today?
No, I was waiting on to pop a long run. When you get that mindset, they're not going to come. I was trying to take what they give me. Try to focus on taking the little runs, and when the opportunity comes, make them pay. I didn't make them pay at all today. You got to give credit to all those boys over there, and the D coordinator did a really good job today.
Saquon, is there any kind of mental toll when guys go down with the frequency that guys did in this game? The offensive line, a lot of guys went down. Wandale went down. I know you guys are used to it, but there was a lot in this game.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, to be honest, you really don't realize it until after the game. You're so caught up in the game. But then you find out, the guys are going down. But it's the NFL. There's got to be a next man up mentality. But the guys that went down, and for a guy like Wandale, who's young, got a young career and still a bright future. He's having a heck of a day. And all the other guys, just got to keep your head up, and we got to make sure we rally around them and support them.
How big a loss is that? Wandale looks like. I mean, he was in a lot of pain. Looks like he's going to miss some time at the very least.
Yeah, I don't know the extent of the injury, but anytime you see one of your brothers go down, it's not a good feeling. That's just part of the game, sadly. You play it long enough.
So how much do you guys sort of need him? I mean, you saw today he was a huge part of that offense.
Yeah, we know how explosive he can be. We know the plays that he can make. Like I said, I don't know the extent of injury, but not having him out there is definitely going to be a loss. But he's going to give other guys opportunities, and we have all the confidence in all the other guys to step up and make plays.
Saquon, how disappointing is this in terms of the standings? You've just been on the edge of Philly coming into this game.
It's just disappointing because of the loss. To be completely honest, I know you guys probably don't believe, we really don't pay attention to that. We really don't care about that. The only thing we can focus on is one day at a time. If we have that mindset, we'll drive ourselves insane. We'll drive ourselves crazy. So it's disappointing because you lost. But at the end of the day, 7-3 going into Thanksgiving game against Dallas with a chance to get things back on track. And we got to execute and take advantage of the opportunity.
Saquon, how do you watch a game this fast with a short week?
By playing on Thursday.
What do you take away from today's performance?
All right, say something. Yeah, I mean, really the story of today was just we didn't execute how we needed to. We had too many penalties. We didn't win the turnover battle. Field position on special teams wasn't the best, and so all around it was just wasn't our day.
Julian, you guys have been so good in the red zone this year and third down. Today they're 4 or 5 in the red. I think it was 6 and 13 in third down. What was the difference today?
Yeah, honestly, it's just executing. I thought we had good calls. They're an offense who brings a lot at you, and they're talented at what they do. I think we just have to be more resilient when we get in those situations, especially in the red zone.
How much did it hurt losing Adoree Jackson in the secondary?
Yeah, it's tough. When that's our guy. He's been playing at a high level. To see him go down, that's very tough. And so now it's for the game. We need young guys to step up and kind of throw them in the fire, which is a tough thing for any team to do.
You lose him, Fabian goes down, Xavier McKinney's already out. At any point, does all these injuries piling up become hard to deal with, even emotionally, for a team?
It's tough. It's tough for a defense, for our secondary in terms of execution and playing the game, and then it's tough personally. Those are your friends, those are your guys who you go to battle with each day, and to see them kind of banged around, it's tough. So yeah, we gotta find a way right now. We got some young guys have to step up, which I know they're going to do, and it's going thankfully it's a short week because we can get right back in action, and so that's kind of my mindset for it.
How disappointing is this, given where you are in the standings, particularly with last week Dallas and Philly losing?
It's disappointing because you don't want to lose games. But we're not getting too high, too low with anything. If we win, it's like, okay, we won. What can we correct? I think that's our mindset right now. We're going to go in tomorrow, probably do a quick recap, but it's on the Dallas. We can't dwell on this game. All the goals, all the pillars we try to hit, we just didn't hit them today. And that's the story of our season. The games that we won, we've hit those goals. We've won those battles. The games we lost, we haven't. And so that's, we're not taking anything bigger than what it was. Inside the building, we have a pretty locked-in mindset, and we're not focused on the standings for sure.
Can you take us through the pass that you deflected? You got a chance to get an interception on it. What you see, and did you get your arm pulled down on that one?
Yeah, I think I had a good jump on the ball. I saw his back shoulder tilted up. I had a good beat on it. The ball's in the air. Darnay, I think, was in great coverage. And yeah, I just got to go with my hands, I think. I tried to get in front of it, kind of shield myself from the contact, but somebody kind of knocked it loose. And so, yeah, I just got to go with my hands and make a play for us when we needed plays to be made today.
Jim, this team's got 4 games against divisional opponents right in a row. I mean, are you interested to see what you're going to learn from about this team during that stretch?
Yeah, I feel like throughout this first, however many games, we've learned a lot of who we are. And so now it's time to bunker down and really get after it. This is a crucial stretch, not only just because we're playing division games, but this is when football is important in general. That playoff kind of mindset comes into play now in terms of how we approach each game. We got to treat it really as such because, yeah, we have division opponents, but that November, December football is where teams are really tested and made.
They got the ball to start the second half. What did you see in that drive? They went down and scored.
Yeah, we want to come out after half and give our offense a place to stand and, give a quick 3-and-out, let them score. We didn't do that. I think we just didn't execute. And, we have to be ready coming out of half, come out of the break. In a situation like that, I think we were down 11 at the point. That's what it takes. That's what it takes to get these comebacks. And, when we've been down before, you've seen a quick stop and a quick score by the offense. And so that's something we want to do, we strive to do, and we didn't execute today.
Even before, in the games you lost this year, you're always right there.
Yeah.
Was this kind of a slap in the face, like,
Yeah, in all the games before, I think we had some stuff going for us. Today, I mean, I felt like we were getting killed on penalties, turnovers, maybe explosive plays. I'm sure what the third down numbers were. There's all those situational things that we've been doing so well at on both sides of the ball. We didn't have that today. And so it's easy to see what happened, why what happened, because the keys that we focus on, that Dave's harps on, that's the story of a game for us. And so we got to execute that. And it really comes down to fundamentals at the end of the day. And so we gotta pick this stuff up right now.
You probably said this already. How bad is your injury? How are you feeling? I'm going to do everything I can to be out there on Thursday. We'll see.
Do you feel like you guys have lost 2 of your last 3 after a 6-1 start? Have you guys chipped away fully now at all the wiggle room you had, and now every game throughout the rest of the way feels like a pressure game?
I mean, the first 2 quarters of the season we went 3-1, 3-1. Right now we're 1-1 in the third quarter, so we'll see after 2 more games where we'll be at.
You, not the only guy, but you're the kind of guy who plays through a lot. How tough is it when something knocks you out and you can't be out there to finish?
Yeah, it initially it happened in the second quarter, early in the second, so fought as hard as I can, and then yeah, it's rough.
How tough is it with the timing of this, right? Because you're injured, a lot of guys got injured, and now you got to, come back in 4 days and play again, kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, no one feels sorry for us, so just get back and get in the rehab and do everything we can, all of us who got dinged to come back on Thursday.
Anything specific they do to slow down your running game, or was it just they had executed you?
I'll have to watch the film and give you a better answer. But they came out ready, and all hats off to them.
Yeah. Other than the end result, what disturbed you most about this game? You're just about the way you guys played in general.
I mean, we can't turn the ball over. We haven't been. It's tough on our defense when we do that. And that's the biggest takeaway. We can't turn the ball over.
How much does everything change for this offense when you aren't able to run the ball consistently? I mean, you have been able to do it most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
When you weren't there, how much did it change everything for you guys?
I feel like, in the run game, sometimes, 2-3 yards, and then we break one. When we have those 3 turnovers, we kind of don't have that much time to capitalize after those short yard runs. But yeah, can't turn the ball over.
What was Brian's general message to you guys right after?
We had a quick turnaround, divisional opponent. Learn from this game, put it behind us, but all eyes on Dallas.
So it was all about looking ahead, pretty much, rather than dwelling on what happened today.
Yeah, we can't dwell. If you dwell on it and you lose to Dallas, then you're 7-4. I mean, you can't. We got to keep going.
I feel like today was not just what the Lions did. You feel like you guys have a lot to clean up too?
No, we give credit to the Lions. They did a good job. They executed their plan. But there are some things that we got to do better if we want to, continue winning. Yep.
You curious at all to see how you guys respond to this? Because probably the worst you've played so far this year.
I think we have a resilient team. The injuries definitely hurt, but we got to have a quick mindset, and we're on to another challenge, a division game. So we can't dwell on this one too much.
Andrew, with margins of error that are so slim, when you have a game with -3 turnover ratio, that's going to be a really difficult hole to climb out of.
No, yeah, it's definitely tough. You can't turn the ball over in this league. It's definitely hard, especially getting into an explosive offense like Detroit. They've been scoring 30 points in a lot of their games, so we didn't help the defense out at all with that.